The history of jazz is really, really rich, and really is the history of the United States, and really is the history of New Orleans. New Orleans is where jazz got its birth. And jazz really came through really a juxtaposition of cultures in some of the worst times in the United States, including slavery, all sorts of vice went on. New Orleans was a great place for this music to happen because we had slaves, we had mixed races, we had Creoles of color at that time who were really the offspring of a slave owner and his slave mistress. And they actually were at that time a separate race, and they learned music through the European format. And so they would learn piano, violin, clarinet. Typically they would have French names, and they were treated very well as sons of the master. And then you'd have your slaves, many of them from Haiti and many of them from West Africa, who were here as well. And they were not really permitted to do much music playing, but some were, and they'd go to Congo Square down in New Orleans, and they would dance and they would play music. It's, of course, being a port city, it's the entrance to the United States when shipping was all done with boats and ships. So this was really a mixing place. We had Spanish originally in the city, then we had French, then we had American, and so this city was really had a host of things, plus a lot of Caribbean influences.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jones, and I want to talk just a little bit about what we have here. This is a statue here, and it's of Congo Square. And the thing about this here that we have, this is where you had, in the 17th, 18th century, you still had the American slave legacy. And with that, the slaves were actually permitted on Sundays to get together, kind of congregate, and they could sing, and they could dance, and they could perform their music. Now, what was great about this was that it was a way for the slaves to kind of purge, if you will, in terms of their plight, their condition, their human conditions that they have, and they were permitted to do this. And it was also a means that's going to be included in our development of jazz. They were improvising. This was not rehearsed. This was not, prescribed. They were literally improvising, and they were improvising it in a way in terms of with the dance, sometimes the singing could be a form of chatting. There may not have been like traditional lyrics of a song, if you will, but we're going to get that kind of element of scatting in here. Could be humming, chanting, this kind of thing. And then you have the dance here. You see you have the drums here, the African tradition, the Western African tradition is what you have here.